Alright, this is as far as I go.
Huh? You're not coming with us?
I kept too many of my men back at the hideout when we infiltrated Ease. I don't want to repeat that mistake. If the resistance had been ready to attack from the outside when it started to sink, it would have been a hell of a lot of kerfuffle, but we could have still saved some of the men there if only we'd been able to react accordingly. This time the resistance and I will stand by near the Nightless City. That way we can come in and take control of the city after you've taken down the assassin. Alternatively, we can storm the palace under a signal if something unexpected happens like some Ease. Either way, I'm afraid the resistance needs my lead to them. So I have to stay behind. I'm sorry to make you face all the danger yourself.
That's okay, I'm used to it.
Well, that's reassuring.
It's also one of Senpai's 7 best qualities. He trusts his allies completely. Oh, what are my other best qualities, Mash? Yeah, something about working with this writer is making me uncomfortable. Why? You may not know who he is, but he fought valiantly alongside us back in East. And there's no question that this is the best way of keeping Master safe. So then why do I keep wishing he would stay somewhere I can keep an eye on him?
I might have said this before, but let me say it again. If you must accomplish something, never give up, no matter the difficulties. As long as you persevere, a way forward will eventually present itself. That may not mean much coming from a boring old man like me, but I can't help but saying it anyway.
You can never hear words of wisdom too often. Okay, Soul, do you have your smoke bombs? Smoke bombs? Since when do I carry smoke bombs? Good, let's get started with our infiltration. As luck would have it, it's almost sundown. Never mind how strange the idea of sundown is several kilometers under the surface. At any rate, now should be a good time to scale the castle walls. But why the heck do we have smoke bombs? And who made them? God, this is the brightest deserted alley I've ever seen in my life. The city is certainly no less of a surprise than wise, however different. Reminds me of Shinjuku. Yeah, a little bit. Right, let's see. A legendary place from Chinese myth, much like Ease was a legend from French myth. The original name in Chinese can also be translated as Nightless Castle. However, the word for castle actually means the outer walls of a city in Chinese. It's described in the Book of Han, but there aren't a lot of details about it. All we know is that the city was known for being very bright even at nighttime. But given the image its name invokes, that expression came to be used for other cities that never sleeps like Shinjuku and Shanghai. About Assassin. Unlike Ease, nothing really knew much about who the Nightless City's ruler was, or even if there was one at all. So I think it's entirely possible that she's a servant with no relation to the city, who just happens to be using it for her base. Much like how Ryder is using the Peach Garden as his. Good point. Whoever Ryder is, I kinda doubt he has much to do with the Chinese Peach Garden. That said, the assassin who destroyed Wise did seem to have a Chinese air about her. I should speculate when we still have so little information. Now, what's your next move? I do believe we should learn from our mistakes at Ease. This time we should take great pains to ensure this covert operation remains covert. As such, we should start by gathering information with small as a group as possible. Once we know more about the city itself, the threats we face, and where to find the assassin, then and only then can we do all we can to move in. Yep, that makes sense. It'll probably get lost in no time anyway. Incidentally, Astolfo and I will be the ones to go and gather information. Huh? Why me? Remember the citizens of the city we saw on the way here? As we suspected, the city is primarily inhabited by women. But unlike the pirates of Ease and the Amazons, these women are quite diverse in dress and race. The only thing they have in common is that they are all women. Therefore, as long as we keep our wits about us, the two of us should be able to pass as citizens. Of course, if you insist, I'm willing to go alone. That's too dangerous, you need to go together. True, working as a team would let us deal with a much wider variety of challenges. Much as I am used to working solo, this would undoubtedly be safer in case something goes wrong. What's more, here in the city full of women, you are the only member of this group who cannot stand out walking by beside me. Well, I suppose the master may be able to pass with the right outfit, but that too is a great risk.
I'm not doing that again, Dion!
I'm the only one, huh? Gosh, when you put it like that. Okay, I'll do it. I was gonna let Dion handle the boring stuff and spend some quality time with Master here in this alley. But if you're that insistent, it'd be a disgrace to the 12 Paladins of Charlemagne if I refused. Let's do this thing. In that case, I'll have to remain here too. I may not be able to help gather information, but I will at least keep this area and Master secure. I'm young, I know, but I vow to protect Soul with my life. While Caldea's staff needs to focus on monitoring Master above all else. So you two are going off on your own, I'm afraid you won't be able to offer any help from our end. Not a problem, that's why we're going together. What about assassin the night with Skitty, again. She saw you both back at ease. The other citizens may not have recognized you, but what will you do if she does? A good point, we'll need some sort of disguise. That will not be a problem. Fortunately, I stuck into an empty house on the way here and borrowed 2 outfits from its closet. Naturally, I didn't have the luxury of choice in what I took, but since they were both hanging in the closet of a house belonging to an ordinary citizen, they should let us blend in well enough. Ha! Phantom Thief! Just changed genders? You know... Something tells me that with the adventuring party I'm with, that probably would not be too safe of a thing to do. We got young Fergus, who could turn into older Fergus at a moment's notice. We've got Astolfo, who, according to myth, was quite the ladies' man. And we have Chevalier Dion, who might be the safest of the bunch. Just to remind you, Master, my title is Knight, not Thief. So, is one of those outfits for me? Of course, that's why there are 2 of them. However, I only had time to base my selection on whether or not they would fit. So I don't wish to hear any complaints about how your outfit looks. Here, take it. Aw, come on, isn't it super important to look good even in disguise? I mean, we don't want to get hauled in by the fashion police, do we? Well, I guess I might as well try it on. Why are you changing here? Don't you realize Master is watching? Oh god. Astolfo, have you no... Okay, we know Astolfo has no shame. Oh god. What's the most neutral response here? Puppy eyes, as in I'm being a kicked puppy? Yeah, let's go with that. At least changing the shadows here. Don't the 12 paladins have any sense of decency? Well, I can't really say as far as Roland's concerned, but overall I'd have to say... Nope! There's nothing to be proud of. Oh, come with me, I need to change as well. Hey, where's the fire? Oh, Astolfo. Oh, Astolfo. What? Okay. 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 First off, what ordinary citizen has these outfits hanging in their closet? Second off, Dion, you really did not look. Seriously. And third, I am not going to say anything about appearances here. Because last time I did, MASH got called on me and I got beaten for it. Oh, la vache, what's with these outfits? Mine's a sailor uniform. Didn't you choose it yourself? Wait, I don't know what to make of this either, Master. Please don't look at me like that. I admit I didn't look very closely when I took these outfits, so perhaps I shouldn't be surprised that they turned out like this. Let me ask you this. Exactly what sort of room did you take these from? Nothing special, just an ordinary bathroom with an ordinary chest of drawers. Oh, a bedroom, huh? Well, I bet you can guess what these outfits were doing there, huh? At any rate, I'm afraid I don't have time to go searching for any different outfits now. What's wrong with these? As far as I can tell, the only problem is that we're just too damn cute. I'm not certain these outfits will help you fit in when you explore the city, but I am certain that the other women here are all dressed in all manner of ways. Oh, I got that, Phoenix. I most definitely got that. But you know, compared to the last city that in Agartha that we went through, so far the Nightless City is a lot higher ranked on my list of places I would like to visit, I will say. So given that, yes, this is true. I've seen Western clothing, Japanese clothing, Chinese clothing, and all matters of fashion ranging from medieval to modern times. In which case, perhaps we won't stand out much after all. MASH? Oh, it's not a very big deal, but... well, there's one thing I'd like to make sure of. Master, you're not sure of Dion's gender either, are you? Not really. That's why I'm not making... that's the real reason I'm not making any comments on their appearance. Yeah, I can't get a straight answer. Right, so given that, as much as I hate to ask you to do this, could you maybe... MASH! MASH. Well, the text boxes are kind of blocking me. But, me too, but that doesn't prove anything, definitely. That's what's making Dion so mysterious. Perhaps their experts can use cells to alter their physical appearance, or perhaps... oh, that's the only option I can think of myself. I don't see a way to resolve the matter with any certainty, but we could always just ask, but I believe Dion will just smile and change the subject. Not every mystery needs solved. Yes, I guess you're right. I'll do my best not to pay it any mind, then. Very well, Astolfo. We shall have to undertake the mission just as we are. Please keep your wits about you and do not draw undue attention. Okay. I wonder if I would look here with my... there we go. That is exactly what I was just talking about. Do not adjust your skirt as you walk. Do you want the world to see what's under your skirt? Oh god. Dion can be both. She's pretty sure she's using her female form. Dion most likely a man who trains female. In real life, though, as a servant, she can be both male and female depending on the master's taste. Both in-game and life, I think it applies to both. This whole singularity is just... it's weird. Well, things certainly are a lot quieter without those two around, aren't they? Still, our task will require not a small amount of stealth and skill. I think it would be best if you just waited patiently for them to return. City populated entirely by women. To be honest, I'm finding this place a little disconcerting too. Though, of course, I'll make sure to do everything in my power to keep souls safe if necessary. Is everything out of place? The other you would know almost certainly to be thrilled to be here. If anything, you'd hate the idea of waiting around doing nothing in the back alley where there's a whole city full of women right in front of him. Yeah, that or he'd be on the edge of his seat waiting for something exciting to happen. And I don't mean an enemy attack. Although, now that I think about it, I suppose the Celtic warrior would find that exciting too. For very different reasons. I see, so what sort of exciting scenes would Fergus be waiting for if not an enemy attack? Which one would Fergus be more excited about? I think the first one, because then he could save her and thus then woo her off her feet. Exactly that sort of thing, Soul. Even now I can almost hear the other Fergus saying, well, isn't this just my lucky day? Hers too. It's awful. Do I really end up becoming a vulgar man obsessed with women as no more than subjectable objects? No, that can't be right. I'm sure I turned out to be a proper warrior. She mentioned I would join enemy attack as well as that other thing. So I can't help but worry. Better get back to training. That will get my mind off this stuff. I think I'll start with some Celtic squats. We'll keep an eye on our perimeter. Pardon me. I need to have gone and made a poor mess. Made Porphyrius uneasy with all your teasing. Don't worry, Fergus. You'll always be you, no matter what else happens. Please don't dwell on it. It's okay to just be yourself. Thank you, Mash. But I like to train whenever I have a spare moment. So this is me being myself. I see. You really do enjoy training, don't you? Yeah. Well, considering I'm pretty sure I have Spartacus training me. Not Spartacus. What's his name? Not Spartacus. He was in the Babylonia Singularity. What's his name? I don't think I'd say it's appealing. It's more routine. I think it's really sort of separate from the things you do for fun or just because you like them. For me, training is something I do because I have to. I don't know if there's anything more to it than that. Leonidas! There we go. Thank you, CD. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Leonidas puts us through a hellish training regimen, so, you know, we're probably swole. So I don't nearly enough, which is why I'm still just a fledgling. But I can say I know my stuff when it comes to more knowledge-oriented things. The druids who teach me are actually afraid of me now, since I learn everything they teach me so quickly they keep running out of material. They say that if they let me, I'll end making them talk all day every day from morning to night. You really can't judge a book by its cover, nope. I guess everyone really does have their own backstory. That goes for other servants too, of course. This has been some good reminder of that. Every one of them lived a full life and achieved something great as a hero. The past must be very precious to them. Fergus, Astolfo, Dion, Galahad, who entrusted me with his power. They all had their own lives before they became heroes. I'd love to hear more about them someday. If you really give it some thought, it makes sense. Of course, the heroic spirit written about in the legends and myths would have led to tumultuous lives. And since, by definition, their stories were exciting enough to pass on to future generations, there's not a boring one to be found in the bunch. Alright, so Fergus, please don't feel as if you have to force yourself to do anything. No matter what else happens, as long as you remain yourself, you'll become who you are meant to be. Does that mean I'm going to become a man obsessed with a desire for women? That's terrible. Oh, no, wrong thing to say. No, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant that you'll become a strong, charming warrior. I do take issue with some of your future self's more overly harassing comments, but you still grow up to be a great man, almost like everyone's dependable uncle. Huh? Sorry, I'm afraid I took this down for your breathing, Fergus. There's some heavy breathing approaching you now at what appears to be a running speed. Heavy breathing. Could it be a half-naked woman after all? It's a dog. Thank goodness. So I'm generally glad that's what it turned out to be, though that's not to say I'm in favor of letting dogs run around without a leash. Be careful, it appears to be hungry. A dog. So, what is the dog? Dog. Look at that dog. That's a dog. That's a big old dog. Okay. Kawenya Yahiyamahe Senya boy. Okay. I could go all in on Lip, get a Buster Brave Chain. She's an AoE though, so it's not gonna do super large damage. What we could do is, at the very least, Tactician's Command, Sadistic Nature, and then these, because these all last for 3 turns. Yeah, it lasts for 3 turns, so this will let us wait until we get a better setup for, and we get an idea of our damage output. Okay, that's not too bad. Next turn will be a good turn to blast NP, I think. So we want to do Melt Virus EX. And then that. Should have just brought Sunzong and Merlin support. Looking at it now, that probably would not have been the worst idea, but kind of late for that. I want more damage than anything. Darn it. Dang it! She didn't get the NP gain that I was hoping. Tarnation. Well, I got a Proctor, because otherwise it's just going to be a waste. Let's see how your MP does here. Okay, that was actually some pretty darn good damage there. That was some really good damage there, actually. Okay. And we can do some more good damage here. Go with a stun. More good Daka. Okay, she is going to do masochistic nature. And then Ooh, that was a nice crit there. Ooh, that was a bad hit there. Good lord, that did a ton of damage. I completely forgot I brought support Merlin here. Completely and totally forgot. Whoops. Literally doesn't matter because it's dead next turn. Maybe, if we're lucky. No, it's definitely dead. I don't know why I was worried. I forgot, this thing's an assassin. Casters beat assassins. There we go. That's a dog dead. Which is kind of a bad thing to be saying aloud, but it's beside the point. And just more QP. I don't know how an egg's about to hatch Pokemon Go. I have not moved from this spot in the past 4 hours. Glad that's over with. Well, those things seem to be dogs, technically anyway. Perhaps those were just some of the dogs the writer was talking about? Yeah, we're not getting out that easy. By the way, is everything okay there? Everything happened so suddenly that I have trouble imagining you could have kept quiet. Say nothing of how noisy combat usually is. Even in a deserted alley like this, there's a chance someone might have... There, I can hear breathing and footsteps again. And I don't belong to an animal this time. Could it be? I forgot to feed them. Where could they have gone? Oh man, this is bad. Really bad. When those things get hungry, they go around eating other men. I think I heard something off this way. This was a fully clothed man. Well, I'm glad it turned out that way, too. What the? They're dead. Who are you people? Wait, you're not subjects of the Nightless City, are you? You seem to be alone. That's lucky. Were you taken from the surface? We're allied with the resistance that's trying to free the enslaved men. Maybe you've heard of them? If you help us, we may be able to rescue the men here in the Nightless City as... Stop, stop! Now's not a good time. If I heard you, they must have heard you too, which means it's only a matter of time until they come looking to see what happened. Oh god, what am I gonna do? They're coming with their billocks and hammers. Merciless executioners will be here soon. Executioners. Okay. So, this city, I mean, at the very least, the dude's got some freedom of movement. But, yeah. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's something kind of funny about the city, don't you think? Lights are scattered so haphazardly. Not a thought is given to order, yet they might shine bright. But their gleam lacks warmth and truth, in stark contrast to the gleam of Versailles. Not that Versailles' gleam was perfectly righteous either. It was designed to pile extravagance upon extravagance to show that there was no greater place to be found anywhere in the world. But this glow is quite the opposite. It's been expanded endlessly, signifying it has ambitions well beyond what it is now. Yeah, it does kind of feel like they've just been piling on lights for the sake of doing it. Lights are so bright you can't even read what the signs say, and there's so many of them that you're never sure where you're supposed to look. What's that platform in the middle of the plaza? Such an imposing presence, and it's as flashy as anything else here. I bet I can figure out if I really rack my brain. Oh, I got it! Maybe it's a DJ booth? I don't know what it is, but I do know it's not a DJ booth. Although, why does the sight of the object put my heart so ill at ease? You know, chaotic as this place is, compared to ease, it's surprisingly orderly. Indeed, it may have something to do with squalid luminescence, but still a far cry from decadence. It almost feels as though it's flourishing, which is rather strange considering how far underground we are. Oh, those people are kind of weird too. We really don't stand out much, even in these outfits. Quite. While they do appear to be largely around the same age, they are otherwise completely dissimilar in almost every respect. And the real surprise, there's men walking around, is that there are men here. Yeah, and it doesn't even seem like a big deal, like they don't even have any collars or chains on them. I wonder why they don't just run away. They could be bound by some sort of spell, to talk to someone in order to find out. However, speaking with one of the woman may be dangerous. They would best find a man who was by himself. Yeah, but that's easier said than done, even when it seems like everyone is all coupley, even locking arms and everything. What's going on? How come these things seem so normal and not normal at the same time? Wait, there's a group of 2 men and 1 woman over there. That seems odd. Let's follow them.
Are you cold, Master?
I'm fine, thank you.
Here, Master, use my coat.
Oh my, aren't you sweet.
Why do you think you're doing? She said she wasn't cold, you brown-noser. It's not my fault you're too dense to read between the lines.
Now, no fighting. I love you both equally. You have a lovely nose, and you have a beautiful round eyes. You're both special. Oh, no fighting, okay?
You are too kind, Master. Thank you.
You truly are too kind, Master. I'm sorry for how I behaved. Aw, come on. You gotta be kidding me with this reverse harem stuff. Just look at them smooching it up in public. Shh. Someone just told the men to wait for her over there while she goes to the bathroom. That was our chance to get in closer.
Oh, this sucks. Sick of buttering her up all the time. Must be sick of it too, right? I don't know how much of this I can take. I'm going along with this because I don't want to die. I'm not a subject to this nation. Let's not kid ourselves. That's just her way of calling us pets. Got a wife and kid back on the surface. Come on, she's never left us on our own before. Now's our chance. Let's get out of here. I've even heard there's a group called the Resistance outside the city. We could just meet up with them.
Dion! Yes, now we know how these men truly feel about living here. Let's go talk to them and find out.
Well, say something. Aren't you fed up with... Attention! I wish to make a report. What? This man would disturb the nightless city's peace. He means to flee the city in harmony and light. Something's not right here. Astolfo, stop! Come quick, we have a criminal here. Bring Her Highness's justice down upon him. Stop that, please don't call them. You've got it all wrong. I was just kidding around. Whatever you do, don't call for the torturers. Torturers! As well as executioners! What am I gonna do? They're coming with their machetes and hammers. So those executioners will be here soon.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about? Who are these executioners?
You mean you don't know?
Talking about the torturers. Oh, they're the same thing. They're official torturers who serve as the Nightless City's police force. If you know what's good for you, you'll hurry and make yourselves as scarce. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm still not sure what he meant, but something is definitely headed your way. Be careful.
Oh. Guard dogs 17, 18, 19 confirmed dead. Likely culprits spotted. They do not appear to be kept by any subjects. Rather, they appear to be intruders.
She stinks of blood and guts. In fact, she absolutely reeks of them. And of course she's a woman. He must be so unwieldy given her physique. Well, that's not the issue. The bloody stench isn't that of a warrior fresh off the battlefield. It really does bring to mind an executioner. Someone has almost certainly spilled the blood of others far beyond what could be deemed necessary.
Rejoice, Her Highness is most lenient. Tutors though you may be, you will grant you those chances to swear your fealty. Now choose. Will you swear fealty after judgment or before?
But yeah, if I say before, can we just skip judgment? You know?
No, judgment is Her Highness's strictest law. None can avoid it. The penalty for killing a guard dog is amputation of your 4 limbs so that they may fed to the other guard dogs. It is perfectly an ecological solution as one would expect from Her Highness.
Okay, yeah, Nightless City is definitely dropped on my places to visit list. Someone's not so inclined to be lenient about amputating her arms and legs. She is clearly as frightful as her bloody stench implies. I cannot help but hate and pity her. I feel like women should be more well-freed, whether they're fighters or not. Take the hoot. She may have been evil, but she was proud of who she was. But you're not proud of anything. All I sense from you is self-domination. As for that weapon of yours, you will never met out your so-called judgment on soul. I may be young and inexperienced, but I will still protect him with every fiber of my being. Furthermore, even in death, I will never swear fealty to that assassin, after all. Oh, that's kind of brutal. Oh, hey, Red Velvet, you're back. Welcome back. He only goes for well-rounded women, they say. Do you have to say things like that when I'm trying to steel myself for battle?
So you refuse to swear fealty to Her Highness. Punishment shall be far more severe.
How did your driving lessons go, Red Velvet? Good, I do hope. Fatal battle. Okay, this is, what the ever-loving heck is this? That is not low. Good lord, these guys are gonna be heck. Okay. Marlin it up time. Crit will literally not matter a bit. But you know, all the DACA in the world may do something. Got pulled over. What for? Wait, was it because you are a deer trying to drive a car? Come on! Big damage, big damage, big damage! Oh, I got the death rocked! Yes! I got death! And this time it actually triggered rather than not. Hallelujah. That sped this battle up quite nicely. A single chain. Oh, very, very smoothly this went. Very, very smoothly. Smooth as a sundae. Or smoothie. Yeah, let's go with smoothie. Caster, so not Astolfo. Dion. And keep it going. You actually beat the torturer? You guys are amazing. That's Celtic hero muscle power for you. Oh. Thank you, but all that did was defend against them. We could never have defeated them without Soul's quick thinking and unerring orders. Sorry for hiding out on my own back there, but we're terrified of the torturers. We could never hope to stand against them, not after seeing one of their shows. Their shows? So this is a good chance to talk to one of the city's inhabitants and learn more about what's going on here. Someone called because you were circling the parking lot? Hitting a curb is fine. I've been driving for years and I still occasionally hit the curb, but circling a parking lot? Seriously? Was the parking lot empty, or were there other... I mean, even if there were other cars in it, there's nothing illegal about driving around in a parking lot. What's that? Oh, don't mind me. I'm on your side. Just think of me as a talking version of that cute, fluffy animal over there. Oh? You lot sure can use some weird spells. I mean, I'm just grateful you all defeated her. If you hadn't, I'd have been killed for letting dogs I was in charge of getting away like that. And for what you did for me, I'll help you out in any way that I can. Well, this is a really nice stroke of luck, having someone who can provide us with information show up like this while we're just waiting here. Makes me feel kind of bad for having Dion and Astolfo disguise themselves into town. So you have other allies here too. I just hope they haven't run into any torturers themselves. Or that they haven't seen the torturers at work. I take you referring to the show you mentioned earlier? Would you please tell us everything you can about the city, the torturers, and what role they play here? Of course, first off... What was that? I got a bad feeling about this. I mean, even if it's not empty, there's nothing illegal about circling around a parking lot. People might have thought you were drunk. Okay, I mean, there is logic in thinking that somebody circling a parking lot could be under the influence of something, but I mean, did you not have anything saying that you were a student driver or anything like that?
Attention subjects, this man has committed a crime. The crime of plotting to escape from our glittering paradise here in the Nightless City. The contemptuous crime of snubbing Her Highness's boundless mercy for her loyal subjects.
This must be some kind of show. So that's what the platform in the middle of the plaza is for. A scaffold for public executions. I don't like this. Come now, don't feel bad. You did the right thing. Of course, I'm well aware that crimes must be promptly reported. I simply followed Her Highness's law. Oh, you're such a good boy. I'll have to give you an extra special reward when we get home. You are too kind, Master. I didn't do anything wrong. I just didn't want to die. You want to survive in the city, you have to sell anyone who might drag you down with them. Wait, you were in driving school, but you weren't in a... That's weird. Please don't do this. I'm begging you. What are you going to do to me?
Your punishment has been determined. I'll remove your fingertips.
Is that it? I promise I'll never even think about running away again, so please spare me.
Next will be the middle of your fingers, then their bases, your palms, your wrists. From there I will slice your arms into equally sized parts from your wrists up to your elbows. Then I'll do the same for your elbow to your shoulder, next your legs, then your torso. Your body will be whittled down piece by piece from its extremities until you cease to exist. The slow shredding of the body is known as Lin Chi.
Oh, so that actually has a name. Huh. You know, I'm pretty sure I said it, but I was pretty kind of emo back in high school. I used to watch the Saw movies and find them funny. And you're gonna think I'm weird, but I always used to think, I always used to think of what the worst kind of torture was. And it was things along those lines, though. It was also like, before chopping off the fingertips, it was like pulling the nails out as well.
It was extremely pragmatic for Her Highness to come up with this as the ultimate punishment. With the fun technique required to perform, it makes a slow method to learn. To be tortured are certain will be regarded as the greatest form of execution known to humankind. Execution? You should be grateful to Her Highness. You've been given the gift of time to repent for your sins. Those who die by the guillotine or the ropes are not so lucky. You are truly fortunate, save that you sadly not have the opportunity to experience Her Highness's other innovative torture methods. I would have liked to see your kneeling torture or tree torture myself. So you already weep in regret. You might have the chance to experience them, but now that your sentence has been determined, I'm afraid that we don't have time. Oh God,
Let us begin with the first cut to your fingertips. Oh god, oh god. Ah! Oof. Police officer was understanding, gave you tips on left. Everything is fine. That's good. Yay. Everything is good. That is good. It's also nice that the police officer gave you tips, too. That was really kind of them. Wow, look just like little shrimps, and look how much blood is spraying out, too. Yes, it's really something. I knew that platform inspired feelings of dread in me, though I wasn't sure why. But now that I've seen this horrific display, I finally understand. Dion? As a scaffold used for executions, it may not have a guillotine, but it serves the same purpose. Once long ago, I failed to prevent such an execution. When the guillotine was soaking France's streets in blood, I was not there. I was not able to return. And so I cannot help but think if only I had been there. Had I been there, sword in hand at the scaffold while Maria waited her death at Sanson's hands, perhaps I could have made a difference. Yet here I am now, and once again I am unable to act. Hey, Dion, you don't have to overthink this. The important thing is that we're servants now. I know that. We're currently heroic spirits. Ghosts from the past, I know it's pointless to think about what could have been. No, that's not what I mean at all. I mean that we're master servants. We're acting on his behalf, right? You're heading out now, Red Velvet? Alright, you have a good night. Thanks for stopping by again. It's nice to hear how your driving lesson went. Weird. Mouth is tangling tongue. So all we gotta do is ask yourselves, what would Master do? But we have a role to fulfill. An important one. I know, and saving this guy would probably won't help us fill it, but oh well. I say we give it a go. If all goes really bad, we'll both say we're sorry, okay? You are a great fool, Astolfo. You really are. Everyone's always saying, Astolfo, stop leaving your brain at home, but I never do that. Honest. I can see what they mean, just as you are now. Then again, I suppose I'm in no position to speak. Perhaps that is why I'm compelled to do this. There's a crowd of people here. We must end this quickly. Okay, I'll try. Hey, better at turns. Turns can be tricky. Parallel parking, though. Ooh, that's a pain. Oh, she's tougher than she looks. Seems we have attracted reinforcements. This is not good. Who are you? Interfering with an execution ordered by Her Highness's clear act of treason. The penalty for treason is death. You two will be executed after this criminal. Viewers may not know my name, but if you must call me anything, call me Sailor Paladin, friend of justice and kicker of butts. And this is... I have to do this too? In front of a penny and for a pound, I am Maid Knight, friend of justice and defender of the innocent. Okay. Who to show it to? Who to show it to? Marie. Because Marie would spread it around. Blackbeard would just keep it for himself. What? Don't you dare! That would be a clear breach of my portrait rights. What are you Wait, what are you doing here anyway, Master? And you, Fergus? Heard ominous sound and thought we should come and take a look, just in case. I'm glad we're not too late. Alright, this is horrible. Just horrible. There, you've been added to the list of today's executions. Once you are all dead, the names Sailor Paladin and Maid Knight will forever be engraved in the history of the Nightless City. Just to be quite clear, those are not our real names. Oh. They would probably not care too much if Blackbeard saw it anyways. Dion might. Blackbeard wouldn't care for Astolfo, though. But, you know, Dion, maybe. Maybe. Good lord, these suckers are huge. Why are all the enemies so strong here? Like, they're only level 48. Why are level 48 enemies so powerful? Oh no. They've got focus target on Melt. Luckily, she's got a fair bit of health. More than Lip. does Mount have more HP? I'm confuzzled. I thought Lip was supposed to be like a super tanky. Why is... Okay, what else? Good lord! Why am I doing so little damage? Why does it feel like I'm barely scratching these guys? Okay. Only 1.5 instead of 2? I mean, it's not just that. I just feel like I should be doing a metric ton more damage. I mean, the busters. Oh, hey, death again! Did she just remove my defensive buffs? If so, that is cruel and unusual punishment. I mean, they're still doing more damage than Waver is, it seems. I need to do the melt virus. Okay, Melt's definitely got her NP. We just need to make sure we actually kill this torturer. Come on, Melt. You can do it. Do it. You can do it. Do it. I got lucky there. I believe. Of course, more big enemies. Lip does not have the attack benefit going on for her right now. There's no point in using the... you know what? There is point in using the crit strength up. And then I do not have Merlin in this one. Forgot about that. Thinking process. Processing complete. Initiating attack sequence. That was kind of on the damage front. There we go. Good job. There we go. That was a good choice to use that crit attack damage buff. Good choice by me. 2 more chains. Woo! Chains, it's okay. Fo-fo! Searching for a new place to hide as we speak. For the moment, please keep running and don't stop. I'm glad we managed to beat them, but they were weirdly, tanky? Yes, they were tanky. We learned something after fighting them. Remember those citizens, subjects that were gathered around? I believe they and the torturers are fundamentally the same thing. Huh? It's just my impression. But I got an identical feeling from the torturers we defeated as I did from the subjects. The only true difference was the weaponry. Essentially, I believe that those serving as torturers are chosen from among the women here. Maybe that means this whole city could be a threat, kinda like Wise. Anyway, at least we managed to rescue this guy from being executed. Now we just need to find somewhere safe and catch our breath. I'm running for the hills at this point. Alright. 4 more parts this one. Good lord, this part is insanely long. Keep it up with this. The squad will stay as our primary to-go squad. Okay, I don't see any enemies nearby. I think we're good for now. I'm sorry for all this trouble. Don't worry, I'm not mad. At any rate, a lot has happened since we came here, but thanks to you two, we've managed to learn more about the city. In fact, given what things are like here, something like this maybe have been unavoidable. I agree. Now that we know about the tortures, the subjects, and what life is like for men here, things may be different from how they were in Wise, but men still treated like lesser beings here. They are controlled by an incredibly severe set of laws, and offenders are subject to extremely harsh penalties enacted by the torturers. It's horrible. It's just as terrifying here as it was in the last city. I might never believe just now how terrifying it was if I hadn't seen it for myself. I don't blame you. There are no words to describe just how awful the torturers are. Oh, hey! So, who's this guy anyway? This man agreed to help us after we ended up saving him. He said he can no longer return to their society. You people are incredible. I still can't believe you stopped the torturer's execution and brought that guy back with you. He's missing a hand and lost a lot of blood. We can try to staunch the bleeding, but I don't know if it'll even last the night. I'm not sure that matters. Security's super tight, so it won't be easy for us to leave. Plus, we can't keep Ryder and the Resistance waiting outside of us forever. Yep, gotta settle everything today. Indeed, we must defeat this Empress and free this entire city. I mean, I'm fine with Astolfo being back to normal costume. Dion, though, I'll just let the silence speak for itself on that. So I would ask you, can you tell us where we may find the assassin who rules the Nightless City? You've been living in this city for some time now, right? You must have some idea of where she could be. I'm afraid not. Men of the lowest rung of society here were no more than laborers for the women. The only reason you see us walking side by side is because the women have permitted it. If I'm being perfectly honest, we are just slaves. Slaves. As long as we obey the law, men and women are on equal footing here, at least on paper. But basic human rights, things like free speech and such, all belong to the women. In the court, two opposing men can expect a fair trial, but if it's a man and woman, the law almost always sides with the woman. We have no real freedoms. What we eat, when we sleep, our lives are regulated. Naturally, we don't get to choose where we go or what we see either. So I really have no idea where the Empress could be. Any rumors? Rumors, huh? In that case, well, I don't know if there's anything to it, but I've heard that there's some sort of underground facility here. But of course, no one, not even the proper subject, can just walk in. You have to be a torturer or hired to even have hope of that. An underground facility exclusively for big shots? Sounds perfect for a villain's hideout. How do one go about entering this place? Where is it located? I told you, it's just rumor. I have no idea how much of it's true, if anything. That said, I do remember a guy telling me how a torturer suddenly popped up out of nowhere right in front of him. Thought he was gonna die. She wasn't just walking about either. He said that one moment she wasn't there, and the next she was. So if that place exists, it might be a secret underground entrance to it near where that happened. It's our only lead, so yeah. Did he tell you where this happened? And if not, can you just take us to this guy? As luck would have it, he really did die after he reported for something else. What a sick joke. So I do have an idea of where it was. It's a place you're all familiar with, too. It's behind the plaza with the execution scaffold you all just left. Lovely. It's very quiet here now. Maybe it's almost morning? I would have thought the city would still be up in arms after looking for us. Guess not. If we knew things had quieted down this much, maybe we could have escaped after all. Maybe, but that wouldn't do us any good. I believe this was the correct choice. For that matter, things may have quieted down here because they thought we had escaped and are concentrating their search outside accordingly. I too believe this was the correct choice. So what do we do now? Do we wait around here for the torturers to come out, or take the risk of looking around for ourselves? They're taking the echo. Okay, he said it was behind the scaffold, right? Gotta be quiet now. You know, I'm pretty sure I've said it before, but this place sucks for code-over ops. There's so much light, it's impossible to sneak through its shadow. Is it just me, or is it getting even brighter around here? Oh no, it's a trap. I mean, welcome to my castle. Yes, Hunyang. On second thought, I'm already tired of that name. For one, I'll call you Shigo, or Wet Dog, since you evidently love to slink through the shadows. That's the assassin of the Nightless City. Now look around the plaza. Oh joy. It's an ambush. We're completely surrounded. How did they know where we were? Don't blame me for this. If you have a chance to report someone, you take it. Get rewarded and raise your status as a citizen. That's what you have to do to survive in here. We don't have a choice. I mean, do you guys really believe you have a chance of bringing down the Nightless City? Because I sure as hell don't. Once I heard you had other allies here with you, I thought I'd get better at reward if I sold you all out together, so I've been biding my time. I see now. I finally understand what it meant. The city truly is home to nothing but dogs. Dogs are a traditional symbol of bravery for the Ulster clan, but there's something else entirely. Hey, you let me serve a high-class subject now, right? I'll be guaranteed a safer life than I had before now, right? Indeed, you would do well. You did well to inform us of our guests. You will receive a reward as promised. That's great. However, your manner toward your Empress is quite insolent, and you clearly lack dignity. Take him away. Let's see. Now, 20 lashes out to improve his poor attitude, and some hot water torture to boil off one or two of his faces while you're at it. Go on. Be off with you. No, please. Ah! Boring part happens in modern China too. Ouch. I mean, I can see that happening in some places around the world. I honestly can. Now that it would be unbecoming not to show my guests proper welcome, I thought you have all invited to join me at my castle. Letting us in? Ho ho, an underground facility, eh? I suppose that isn't entirely inaccurate, but no. I simply keep it buried underground as a matter of course. It would cause my subjects no end of emotional turmoil if they were to constantly grace them with my noble presence, after all. And it's the mark of truly excellent ruler to erase all trace of herself so as to not overwhelm her subjects. So I, of course, am no exception. However, now that we have guests to welcome, it won't do to have the Nightless City's true form hidden away like this. Behold. Is that tactician? That would be both dangerous and pointless, you say? You fool! The point is to shock the living daylights out of them. They shall be so agape their eyes might well pop out of their heads. I have to see that for myself. Now let's ignore my silly technician's advice and try this again. Behold, the Nightless City's true form. Is it a mech? An earthquake? No, this is something else. Also, even though she says she's not a child, she seems quite childish. That scaffold's cracking open. Something enormous is rising up out of the ground. Can't believe it. Boom! That's kind of bright, even on the phone. Hey, it's a castle. It's even brighter than the rest of the city combined. Who thought that was a good idea? This is the heart of the Nightless City. Its brightest shining star, I call it Yaoguang Hall, or the Hall of Divine Light. Perfectly fitting name. But I'm not in there. To be perfectly honest, I've been waiting for someone with the spirit to show up so I could finally show it off. Can't make use of the mechanism I had to put in place to make it appear out like this on a whim, after all. Now that I shall have a feast prepared in your honor while I await in you my castle, feel free to frolic with my attendants while you make your way here. Attendants? Oh crap, she must have seen all the tortures coming out of the entrance. So we have torturers guarding the gates before us and torturers surrounding our escape route behind us. What would you have us do, Master? Full speed ahead! Now you're talking. Glad to hear that. It's part my guests to never return an invitation for a feast. Now that the assassin has invited us to one, I was prepared to go all by myself if you had declined. She did invite all of us. Woo! Right, let's go, Master. The assassin is almost within reach. She'll be around 14. Really? Huh. I mean, honestly kind of looked it. Personality kind of said it, but usually I'm used to suits that actually being it. Oh, sorry for the yawn. I do so apologize for that yawn there. Kind of more accurate as well. Interesting. A servant whose age and lore is actually accurate. Wow. Should have done that last turn. Come on. I want to kill one of these. I want to kill these torturers before they get their NP blasters. At the very least one. So I'm sure that Lip's NP can kill. Excuse me. That was my throat. Okay. Yep, time for the lip time. Do that, and then do that. And then focus on biggest one, and doot, doot, doot. Come on, Lip. Let's see some bodies hit the floor. Bodies hit the floor. Okay, we got one. We got two. Two is better than one. And then I really would like to use Melt Virus here, but I think we wait a turn. And do that. Definitive kill of one. Generate some crit stars. Go. And we got two melt attacks, so that's good. So doom. Come on, melt. Big money, no whammies. I think we got that big money, no whammy. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And then there was one. And that one is about to be done here soon. Excuse me. Or not. Oh, there goes Lip. Rip Lip indeed. Rip Lip. Alright, there we go. Again, I'm really liking the bond points we're getting. Another chain! Whew, this game is just pouring the chains on me, man. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it. Golden apple away. Caster here as well this time. Oh man. I have no freaking idea what a caster class enemy will be here, but we'll bring Astolfo along just in case. And I think we actually swap out BB here for MHXA, so that way I can do my little tricksy trick here with giving me more crit stars and damage. Support MHXA. It's supposed to be your personal chambers. Okay then. Okay then. Indeed, how could have you come, Shigu? Confirmed that's the assassin of the Nightless City. But who's that next to her? Okay. Fire and ice here, it seems. Definitely some opposites going on here. Most definitely some opposites going on here. Another servant reading. Be careful, master. Oh, it's even more obvious now. Oh, yes, I suppose you wouldn't have met just yet, would you? Very well, you may introduce yourself. Alright, I'm a caster servant. I serve as a tactician here in the Nightless City. Oh man, but she seems so uncomfortable. eyes are so sad, it's as though she's scared of everything. Oh, a tactician here. I thought you were the type to lead a nation with a touch more whimsically. Don't be ridiculous. The best rulers are those who know how to make good use of their subjects. I take great pride in my choice of adjutants. Skilled underlings deserve to be valued, to be given the sort of work that suits their skills. I'm an unrivaled judge of talent. I would go so far as to say not even the great Qin Shi Huang or my ancestor Liu Bang can surpass me. Case in point, it was all thanks to that caster's clever planning that I was so easily able to drown those filthy rats in yeast. Ha ha ha! She did say something about you train her. Is she the one that has that really long and complicated name that I can't pronounce? I'm afraid it's true. I did once serve yeast. But if I had to stay there, well, I didn't want to die, so... Who pursued hedonistic pleasures to its absolute extreme. She never planned for the future, but always chose to live purely for the moment. Cats tried to warn her over and over, but that lust-crazed wench refused to listen. In time, she realized that ease would one day come to an anonymous end, and decided to come work for me. And I am truly grateful for your compassion, Your Highness. I don't remember anybody saying anything about a kin. Speaking of which, what do you think of my night in the city? It's nothing like all that pitiful pile of planks that used to be easy, right? Yeah, they're both pretty bad. Indeed, I knew you'd say that. What? Whoa, she just fell right off her phone and throne face planted, just like in my cartoons. Oh, she sure popped right back up there, though. Absurd, you must be lying to me. There's no reason you would say such a thing. You couldn't possibly fail to see its splendor after witnessing it firsthand. I cannot believe otherwise. Whatever your original purposes in coming here, you should have seen enough of my city even before I granted you an audience to recognize its brilliance. Just like in my Japanese cartoons, yeah. If anything, I was certain you would arrive, prostrate yourselves before me, and beg me to let you live in my glorious city. Don't you agree, tactician? Yes, of course. I couldn't agree more. I see she's doing her best to avert her eyes. Hey, we're the ones who can't believe what we're hearing. How can you be proud of this glowing mess? You need ask? The answer is blindingly obvious. This city is light itself. Where there is light, there is justice. Thus the city is overwhelmingly just. In fact, it's just a city with nothing but justice. That is utterly absurd. You have tortured, openly displayed. The men your women are terrified of it, rightly so. People rat each other out left and right. Nobody can trust anyone else, let alone speak their minds freely. Well, of course I strongly encourage my subjects to report any transgressions they witness, after all. What? If anything, I would distrust the ones who don't. Evil should not be hidden. Crime should not be covered up. They should say something the moment they much as sense wrongdoing afoot. That way my loyal torturers can take over and compel the offenders to come clean. There's so much wrong with that, I don't even know where to start. Just off the top of my head, what about false accusations or misunderstandings? A system like that would surely incentivize people to falsely report in order to kick others down. Never! This sort of thing only happens in other lesser nations. And so, in a truly just nation, one that holds itself to the highest standard, there can be no mistakes and certainly no false accusations. Nor anyone who would misuse the reporting system for their own ends. Such a thing would simply never happen. Sure happens here. Sorry, assassin. The night city is still young, as such some growing pains are to be expected. But as my methods spread and take root, the city will quickly grow closer to that ideal. Nonetheless, with all that said, even you cannot deny that my city is far more peaceful and orderly than Ease or El Dorado. Surely you saw for yourselves how brightly it glitters? That is all the proof you could need to know that my reign is good and proper. Under my rule, evil will die out, the strong will assume responsibility and flourish, and the weak will serve as their foundation. What could possibly be wrong with that? Even a child could see the simple truth of this path. Once she's right, that would be a strong manner in which to lead a country, but... Here, I'll spell out for you. In a nation where everyone holds themselves to the highest standards, reporting wrongdoing is the perfect approach. With all my subjects vigilant, there will be no tolerance for evil of any kind, no matter how small. Eventually that approach will lead to the end of evil entirely. And so the goal of proper conduct is precisely what will set people on the correct path. I don't know if that's the best way to say this, but you're wrong. You're just wrong. Even if that did make evil disappear, there's no more crimes ever took place in that nation anymore. I can't imagine the people who live there could ever smile. Yeah, it's not real priests. I don't know that. That voice belongs to, but she disagree. How dare you? None of you has even the slightest self-control. And it's not just you, all of humanity is like that. You all need to learn to endure our most arduous hardships, to work hard and study with diligence. As long as one builds character like that, evil will never take root in their minds. In time there will no longer be a need for transgressions to be reported. And yet, you dare criticize my rule in my presence? Caster, what is the punishment for this heinous crime? I don't think we have a punishment for this particular crime, but if we add this to the bother me for no specific reason category, then the punishment would be for your highness to torture them yourself and in life in prison. Yes, that will do very well. I shall first torture you myself, then we can begin your new life rotting away in my dungeon. However, since I am nothing if not merciful, I shall call my best torturers, those who can compel anyone to speak the truth. In fact, I shall make it easier for you to repent and confess your true feelings, namely, I beg your forgiveness. Your Nightless City is actually super awesome. I was just so shy I couldn't come on and see it before. Not that it will lessen the severity of your sentence, of course. I'm afraid that not even a nation's ruler can bend its laws when she's made them. Caster, you will assist me. Well, if those people are truly foolish enough to fail to understand the righteousness of my path, they will come here with the goal of destroying the city. If they succeed, you will not escape unscathed. And it seems I have no choice. I don't want to die, so I will fight. So, torturers and 2 servants. Great! A whole bunch of those torturers again. We may still have many interlopers to deal with. We also are finally within reach of our goal. We cannot let this chance go to waste. We're up against an assassin and a caster. We still don't know their true names, so please be careful. Assassino and caster done, as well as torturers. How lovely. How lovely. Sorry for the yawn. Okay, these guys aren't too bad yet. Almost. Gonna probably call it a night soon, CED. Don't think we're close to the ending. I don't know. I mean, we've almost taken out 2 of the 3, so that's. I mean, we gotta be like 2/3 of the way there, then, right? We haven't even met. That is a good point. I really did want to try and get this done in 1, but. And I mean, I do admit I am getting tired. I really don't want to end it, though. The story's good, and I won't be able to play again until probably Monday. Just because of time constraints. Last few fights are really tough. Maybe finish this node. We'll finish this node and go from there, I think, is the best method of way to do things. Proc, melt virus. The caster doesn't have a noble phantasm. So focus assassin down. Good. Melt is MP ready. Bed chamber of survival. Stun. Oh, that's nasty. A stun. Son of a gun. We gotta proc the NP though. It's the only way. Not bad. Oh, that's kinda gruesome. Okay. That attack buff is done this turn. Just keep focusing down Assassin. Imperial Privilege. Okay, this is a great turn for it. Oh, I definitely see her NP. I am not gonna let that sucker fire. Full Buster Lip. Take no prisoners here, Lip. That did not do as much damage as I was hoping it would. I was pretty sure that would kill her. Well then. There we go, now she's dead. And now it's just the caster. Who's really not all that impressive damage-wise. Strangely enough. Oh yeah, that Imperial Privilege definitely did some survival plays there. With that defense. So the Bedchamber of Survival's a charm on male enemies, then it looks like. Ooh. My back is a little sweaty here. Not that impressive gameplay-wise until she gets a bunch of buffs. Ugh. That's kind of suckish. I mean, aesthetically, she looks good. She's the nickname Brown Merlin since she's permanent. Oh, she's permanent. That's pretty good, at least. Wait, she's a 5-star too, which means she can spook. She can spook. Hey, there we go, Lip. 12 turns. Down to the challenge quest, the most recent one in that time. Alrighty. I think there's only 2 more nodes in this node proper. Yeah, only 2. We'll finish off this node, and then we might call it a night. I'm honestly not sure. We might call it a night, though. You're quite good. More's the pity, really. Why don't you not understand? There's nothing wrong with my system of reporting. As long as people can hold themselves to a high standard, they can conduct themselves properly. Of course, they may put in the effort to do so, not only the effort to uphold my laws, suppress their base desires. I understand that by virtue of being human, one will inevitably have desires. That desire to sleep is when one wants to sleep, to eat when one wants to eat, to be lazy, to even to commit crimes. But it's only through the suppression of those desires that will allow for true and just nation to be born. In that sense, those fool and ease were the polar opposite, since they explicitly sought out the pleasures that come from pure indulgence. I was about to say that. Unless their destruction was assured, but not me, not the Nightless City. Though some may remain here who cannot control their desires, they will be weeded out in due time. If one can apply oneself in focused, delicate manner, one is certain to walk with the moral and just path. Why can you not understand that? Moral people in a just nation, huh? So as far as we can tell, this nation is a den of torture and cruelty. I wonder if it only seems like justice to you because of how above it you hold yourself. The more I learn about running nations, the harder it appears to... Whoa. Stay alert, some torturers still remain. See, that's how I once obtained something I wished for myself. I swore I would claim it and worked hard to make my goal a reality. Legalism. Ah, legalism. In essence, the moment I made my decision was also the moment in which I acquired the treasure I had been seeking my entire life. Indeed, that may be why I find myself in this form right now. Treasure, huh? I got a buttload of that when I was alive, you know? Of course, I ended up lending it out or giving most of it away. What kind of treasure did you get? It's good to see you. I've watched my channel here on Twitch. Hello, Relate Legend 400. Welcome. Your Highness, I don't think it's a good idea to... Okay. Is that perhaps a bot? Maybe? I don't know. Well, thank you, regardless. I take it the treasure was a country of your very own, Empress Regent. Oh, it seems you have finally arrived at my name. I've had many titles, of course, but I'm particularly fond of that one. You have good taste. Empress Regent. Seriously? What do you mean, seriously? That is a pretty damn cool title. I won't hear a word claiming otherwise. Sir, from my absence, I've been focusing on analyzing data, and I finally got an answer. Granted, she's been giving us plenty of hints from the beginning, but her childish appearance didn't quite line up with everything. But now that you've fought her directly, we have much more accurate data to work with, and I'm certain of my conclusion beyond any doubt. Encouraging citizens to spy and report on another, employing brutes and torturers to go around hurting people and dragging out undesired truths. And this Yao Guang Hall, the heart of the Lake City, while may not have been quite as flashy as this incarnation, this servant is still reported to have lived in a building of the same name. In other words, all these things she used while she was still alive. She's known as an empress here, right? That's not because she's the ruler of the city. It's because she really was an empress. What's more, she was the only empress in all of history to ever rule over China. A Chinese empress. She began her rise as a companion to Emperor Taizong of the Tang Dynasty. Later, he married his son Gaozong following Taizong's death. She assassinated her rival, steadily gained power, and eventually claimed the entire country as her own. She commanded her subjects to address her as Dowager, Empress Dowager, and the later Empress Regent. If we believe her most popular name to be true name, we have two to choose from. Zetian Wu Ho or Wu Zetian. Probably 100% a bot. Story's pretty interesting. That does seem like a fairly interesting backstory. Wu Zetian. Wu Zetian, I guess. Oh, well done, you're absolutely right. Oh, now they know her true name. What? You're telling me that's a real empress? Who are you referring to as that, you peach-haired little hussy? Woof. Hussy? You know, I didn't like the look of you from the start. Well, no matter, I can deal with you later. Now then, since you know I am indeed a true empress, let me ask you, does that change your mind? There is no other city that shines as brightly as mine. For all can lead a good life. If you swear to become my subjects, I may even change my mind about imprisoning you for life. Bah, pass! The city may not look as horribad or rowdy as these, at least on the surface, but... Indeed, it only looks that way, and then only because its harsh light prevents one from seeing it clearly. At its core, it's just as twisted and rotten as geese. You can talk about your city's justice and propriety all you like, but in the end, you can't hide the fact that it's fundamentally lacking in both. As Mash said earlier, it's one clear truth of this place. Yep, city where no one smiles can never, ever, ever be just. Well said, Master. Of that much, I'm absolutely certain. What fools you are. Such a pity. Clearly, both I and my city are simply too bright for rebels such as you. In that case, I won't force you to look. You may avert your gaze and remain in the dark. There is nothing more to do now, as there is no greater crime than refusing one's punishment. Now that it has come to this, your execution shall be carried out in such a grand and ostentatious manner. Technician, call my expecting subjects. Yes, Your Highness. More torturers. In the name of Wu, I command you to be born. Okay, seriously? What is this? Why are they all able to reproduce like that? There's more of them now. It's just like what happened with the pirates in Ys. Gross. Not again. Did I mistake me for a smug, foolish ruler? I know very well when to make use of others. However, I will say this. Two among you I will throw with my own hands. That cat with a long fur and that peach-colored hussy with a cattish air about her. Don't hurt foe. Foe? Did you just call me that again? Cats, stein cats, I shall cut off all your limbs myself and stuff you into a bottle for safekeeping. Being a cat is debatable, that doesn't matter. I'll never let you do that. Let's beat her, master. Indeed. She gets the beat down for trying to kill Foe. Foe has been here with me since the very beginning. He's been with me longer than Mash, even when I think about it aloud. Hasn't he? Yeah, Foe's been with us longer than Mash, so... How dare she attempt to kill Foe? It's her turn to perish. Ow, ow, ow. Why do they keep hitting me? Don't they know that hurts? Good, good, good. Aim for the crit stars here. And it's not gonna kill, is it? Nope. Go for MP on Waver. Actually, that's probably not a terrible idea. Two waves here. Or 3 waves, rather. That's fine. Okay. Melt and Lip are both ready to go with NPs. I'm gonna take a risk and not Melt Virus here. That was a bad risk to take. Who hates cats because when she killed one of her rivals, her rival cursed to be encountered as mouse, and that rival will be reincarnated as a cat. Ouch, that would suck. Double ouch, they both have frickin' break bars. Okay, that's mean of them. Nothing we cannot deal with, however. But yeah, that would be a pretty harsh punishment, you know. Sounds like she's got a fairly interesting backstory, though. I'm sorry, did she just summon a Jin to smash us? I think my eyes may have deceived me there. Or was I actually seeing, or did that actually just happen? My eyes didn't deceive me. Awesome. This game sometimes. This game sometimes. I swear. I mean, I think I know it. It's that weird name that I can't pronounce because it's like really weird spelling. It's like S-C-H, there's an N in the name, there's also a Z in the name. Hey, we got the break. Impulsive change of name. Bye, Waver. What just happened? Did Waver just get drunk and then, like, literally drank and then, you know, passed through the body? Because that's, honest to goodness, kind of what it looked like there. Scheherazade. Scheherazade? I probably butchered that. Ugh, had a yawn there. No idea how to pronounce it either. Fair. It's definitely a name to pronounce, that's for certain. Okay, lots of quick this turn. And quick is good. Almost there. Torture technique on Lip. How ironic. Okay. So we won't have to worry about any more NPs after this round. That's good. I think that bet... Goodbye, MHXA! Actually, Astolfo coming in at this point is kind of okay. Should have used his skill to get crit stars, though. I completely blanked on that. There we go. And then... Mordaka! Again, pardon the yawn. Mordaka! Come on, Astolfo. Get that NP here. Or not. Because that was kind of poor NP gain. Vanish in the dust. Gave her evasion. How long does that evade last? Just this turn. Kind of sad that's on such a buster heavy turn, but we can potentially generate crit stars. Astolfo's NP gain is among the worst. Poor Astolfo. Ooh, goodbye, good night, Lip. That was actually kind of shocking that Lip just went down there. Okay. Never. I keep getting surprised that Lip keeps dying, when I really shouldn't be. She is, while got great tankiness, also only a 4-star so. Skills outside for the 3rd are pretty bad as well. I mean, a self buff is not terrible, and a stun is always nice, in my opinion at least. third is also RNG. It does say a chance for the crit star drop rate and crit stars each turn. Okay. I see why you say that now. There we go. Another node bites the dust. Ooh. Lots of bond. Some useless embers, because I'm never going to use these embers that they're giving me. See anything yet, Ryder? If you like, I'd be happy to take over the telescope for you, and, never mind. That flashy castle that showed up out of nowhere must be the assassin's lair. Nothing of significance seems to have happened except that. That was some time ago, too, and still no smoke signals. I guess they must be fighting her inside as we speak. Do you think they can win? They'd better, or else we'll have come out all this way for nothing. Anyway, it's up to them now. All we can do is make sure we're ready to go in whenever we... What is that? We just got an urgent report back from the scouts, sir. What did they say? Well, from the west side of the Nightless City. You're kidding me, of all the times. Ryder got some bad news. I know, I've already heard the report. No, not that there. Don't you hear it? Oh, come on. Now I have to deal with that, too? Damn it, how unlucky can we get? Wonder whose bad luck it is, mine or theirs? What do you do now, Ryder? You need to ask. We get ready to head in there the moment we see the signal. Now hurry. So there's something else out there. There's 2 bits of bad news. I'm guessing the Amazons are attacking. Oh, a no battle one. This is going to be nice and relaxing. No battles. Hakuna Matata. Ooh. That was a good hit. You did it. No, she hasn't fallen yet. Tell me, do you know why I'm an empress? Was I born into it? No, absolutely not. I was an ordinary girl, daughter of a lowly government official. After my father died and my relatives took me in, they would beat me to merely pass the time. There's but one reason why I rose from such lowly origins to the top of all of China. Because I wished it, I set my heart on it, and worked toward it. I studied books and martial arts, I learned the ways of charm and allure, I cast off everything I didn't need and polished what I did to its utmost. I worked day and night for going leisure and rest, I trained myself to ignore my relatives' distractions. And even once my beauty was recognized and I was admitted into the Emperor's palace, I didn't stop. I killed the Emperor's wife, his concubines, so many others I quickly lost count. I used poison, cunning, power, everything at my disposal to kill all those who stood in my way. Indeed, I rose to the pure dedication as it was the sole method that let me achieve my goals. So I gained all of China as my prize, and so I did so nearly on my own, entirely on my own. The power she's giving off is immense, even after we have her cornered. So this is the strength of a true king. Spirit of one who ruled over a vast land and left her mark on history. Oh man, this is just like when Charlemagne gets all mad about something. I don't think we can touch her. Yeah, I won't deny that you worked pretty hard. Scratch that. Way to go, master. The nation without smiles is an empty thing. I am told that when I was a baby, a monk prophesied that I would one day ascend to the highest domain. When I learned about this, I was furious at him for sticking his nose into my affairs. It was not providence that brought me to the top. I would never permit something like that to interfere with my endeavors. I stand here now on my own 2 feet. As such, I'm the only one who decides those feet will move. There is no one else who helped me get here. No others who are responsible for my success. There's no sage admonition, no fool's blade, no impassioned entreaty pushing me upward. Thus, not even the heavens themselves can force me to kneel in defeat. Who's that chat remind me of? Oh, fuck. And welcome back, guys. Stalt. Can't stand that Ryder's shit-eating grin. You know, sometimes grins can be nice. I might be a little tired and delusional, though. Her spirit origin reading is in tatters, and looks as though it could disappear at any moment, yet her presence is still so strong. Crap, he's charging straight in there. This is not gonna be pretty. Holy cow, that was loud! Did he just squish her? What the? Holy... What just crashed through the ceiling? Look. Oh... I just got some chills here. Herc? Herc? Spirit origin match confirmed. I still can't believe it. That's one of the servants who went missing from the Chaldea. Heracles, the legendary Greek hero. That one strike obliterated Wu Zaitan's spirit origin. Ho, ho. Herc? Buddy? Something's wrong. He's huge. You're right. Records indicate he should be about 253 centimeters. Just over 8 feet tall. But he's clearly bigger than that. At least he saved us, right? Whoa! I think he just tried to attack me. He just mushed that torturer like a spiky pancake. He's huge and hugely strong, but how is he so fast? So he's just attacking everything in sight then, right? Are you going to face him, Master? I'm afraid that fighting such a ferocious monster will only lead in some of or all of us dying. If you wish to fight him nonetheless, I will go alone. I may not be able to defeat him, but I should at least be able to stall him for a few minutes. Wait, you mustn't fight him, no matter how strong your defense. A single strike would end you. Castor, what do you mean by that? Do you know what's going on here? Why is Hercules so enormous? Please, heed your swords. I have no wish to fight. I surrender. That man is a rogue servant who appeared here in this underground world some time ago. He's a berserker every sense of the word. Gosh, I'm yawning heavily. He comes and goes at a moment's notice, leaving nothing but destruction in his wake. He's more like a natural disaster than a person. He has no conscious mind, and of course he cannot be reasoned with. He's destruction incarnate. Wait, was that what Ryder was warning us about before we came in here? What's that mean? Well, I'm sold. Seeing that makes me not believing it kinda hard. I'm surprised you answered that so directly. Are you planning something else? No, I'm not. I just don't want to die now that Wu Zaitan is gone. Furthermore, I believe our efforts will be best directed at escape. Yeah, I can get behind that. Let's go. Let's accomplish our goal of defeating Wu Zaitan. It seems she wasn't the demon god pillar either, but at least we managed to free the city. So we get out of here and meet back up with the resistance in order to discuss our next move. Good plan. Let's get out of here while that thing is toppling torturers like bubble wrap. Popping torturers like bubble wrap. That's a disturbing thought. What's going on out here? Chaos. Alright, the city's subjects and torturers appear to be doing battle with Amazons. I knew it. The Amazons? Oh! The Eldorado forces. All the times for them to show up. This is pure chaos. If we don't find a way out of the city soon, we may end up fighting both forces at once. Oh great, look over there, we've got more enemies. Wait, that's... Mr. Positive Thinking himself.
Sorry we couldn't wait around for the signal any longer. How'd it go?
We managed to take down the assassin, Wu Zaitan, but now we have two other big problems. The Amazons from Eldorado and the giant berserker wreaking havoc in the building behind us.
Damn it, I was hoping I was mistaken about seeing him go in there. Well, no point in thinking about that now. One of those problems will be bad enough. We can't see her long with both of them to worry about. There's a hell of a lot more of them out there than there are of us. If we try fighting them head on, we'll be done for. Resistance. Fall back.
I wouldn't even question that.
As long as we can help you all escape, it's worth it. If you are all killed, that could mean the end of the resistance too. But if we escape now, there will be another chance. There will always will be, as long as we don't give up.
Thank you for risking your lives to help us, Ryder. I wish we had a medal to suitably award your bravery.
Ha! And I might take you up on that medal if you could fit. If the medal could fill your belly. Now come on, let's get going.
Wait, don't go near the front gate. That's... Oh no. It's just a storm of things today, isn't it?
Damn it, of all the rotten luck.
Again, with the yells, Herc. man, we got Berserker for days here. The big guy at the castle sounds like he's coming out. That's what they mean when they say between a rock and a hard place. What will we do now? Here she comes, she's so fast. Don't underestimate me. My sword is sworn to defend and protect. It cannot be broken through this brute force. I'll kill him. I'll kill him. I'll kill you. She just flew right past us. And right into the castle where Heracles is. Heracles' agility is a stat after all. That is true. What was that all about?
We can figure that out later. Just thank your lucky star she didn't come after us. Now let's go.
Nightless City, a city where bright lights were rattling out one another, was strongly encouraged. If everyone conducts themselves properly, then no mistakes will be made and peace and order can last forever. Such a nation will grow and flourish. But that isn't right. You can't just erase or suppress human desires entirely. If anything, I think it's those desires that make life worth living. If the majority of people suppress their desires, the country may well prosper and the higher class subjects may well live happily. I don't know if it was was the route of how the women lived their lives. But for them, this nation was a happy place, as was used for pirates. But of course, the same can't be said for the men who were treated as lesser beings. For them, both of these cities were places of terrible suffering. Is there no possible way to create a nation where all of its people can be happy? Earth Fergus, stop staring at the city and start moving your feet. Don't forget we still have to pick up that injured guy we hit here away earlier. Oh right, sorry. And away we run. Well, it was easy, but we all somehow managed to make it out of the Nightless City. We were all still running away, desperately trying to put some distance between us and the city when I heard a sound and looked back. There I could see the largest building in the whole city, glowing impossibly bright as flames consumed it. It was faint, but I thought I could see two monsters fighting each other atop its roof. One of these monsters was, of course, the natural disaster. The other, hard as it is to believe, looked to be a smaller yet equally destructive disaster of a sort. I could just be seeing things, but I have sworn they were evenly matched. Oh, man. Okay. That is that story chapter done. We get this cool sequence of true name revealed. Assassin of the Nightless City. True name, Wu Zetian. 4-star assassin. Woo! And then all the way back down here. It's only a single thing. It's only a single thing. I don't know how long the story's going to be. You know what? We're going to finish this one, because I want to go for a nice, even 6 hours, and then we will call the stream. So, Temporary Retreat will be the last one we do. Tien. Okay, so blah, 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 blah. We have an unknown servant here. Awesome. Caster and Archer. So we need Lancer and Rider. So we'll take a Zerker and excuse me. A Tamamama. Throw this on you. Still a little over. Drop you for Lip or for BB. I don't care which at this point. Have the lineup be that. Okay. Let's go. Chapter 9, Temporary Retreat. After this one, we will probably be calling a night, though, just because I'm running out of stamina, personally. It was a long day at work today, so, you know.
Hate to admit it, but we've just taken 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
Afraid so. We may have succeeded at defeating Wu Zetian and bringing down the Nightless City, but now the Amazons have taken it over instead, right?
Right. We're still not sure what happened, but the men we left behind have reported back. After the natural disaster, the big guy and his rampage disappeared as usual. And now the Amazons have taken over what's left of the city.
I think we can do better than to keep referring to him as the natural disaster or big guy. I think it's time we came up for a proper name for him. He may have originally been Heracles, but his spear origin has changed dramatically. His output, durability, and even divinity are all much higher than usual. First thing that comes to mind is calling him Giant Heracles. But since he only fought once against the giants alongside... Since he once fought alongside the giants alongside the gods of Olympus, I don't think he'd be particularly thrilled about that. While calling him Hercules Megalos, meaning huge hero Heracles. That's kind of fun. We could even shorten it to just Megalos. I agree. Can't bring myself to recur to that servant as Hercules either. Megalos sounds like a good name to me. Anyway, after Megalos destroyed the city and the Amazons came in and took over the remains, what happened to Wu Zetian's subjects?
Told they lost their will to fight and meekly surrendered to the Amazons.
Given how they reproduce, it's possible that they and the pirates are more like familiars than people, which is to say they were created by their respective rulers and didn't truly belong to this world. If that's the case, it would make sense for them to simply submit to whatever ruler has assumed control.
Submit. I don't know if it's the Amazons were planning this or if they were just luck. But either way, they've ended up swooping in and making off with everything. Pisses me the hell off. We'll have to make sure to return the favor someday. Anyway, that aside... What's she doing here? Wasn't she the assassin's tactician?
She kind of just tagged along, you know? Indeed, she ended up accompanying us after we all made our escape. Oh! What's she doing? I know that pose. I've often seen Benkei doing that in front of Ushio Akamaru here in Caldea's hallways. It's a traditional Japanese form of apology known as dogeza.
What are you playing at?
I've heard that this is the ultimate apology, one that originates from a land known as Japan. I understand that as this pose is performed with one's entire body, it allows one to show absolute remorse when pleading for one's life.
Pleading for your life?
Yes, I do not want to die. That is my only wish. You have defeated Wu Zetian, and so I am surrendering to you. I believe that is the best option I have to ensure my survival. So please, I only ask that you spare my life. In return, I will do anything you want.
Sure. You should be throwing around promises like, I'll do anything you want, so casually?
Because a certain wolf in sheep's clothing might be looking to fleece your bodacious bod for himself. Why is everyone looking at me? Please stop looking at me like I'm some kind of wild animal. The other me might behave like that sometimes, but I never would. At any rate, I can understand how she feels. It's only natural to not want to die, especially for a woman that isn't a warrior.
Cassio, does this mean you want to be the Resistance's tactician from now on?
I'm afraid that's all I can do.
First you worked for Dahut at East. Then you betrayed her to go to Wu Zetian, and now you come crawling to us, huh?
I understand your reluctance. Trust me, I do not blame you. Every action I've taken up to this point has stemmed from my desire not to die. That desire holds true even now, so I beg you again not to kill me. Please do not cast me out. I understand not wanting to die, but would you be scared of getting kicked out? If I were forced to leave here, I would have no choice but to go to the Amazons in El Dorado. Oh wait, I misspoke. I didn't mean that as a threat. Oh no, this is terrible. Now my death is all blood assured. I have to repent. So much jiggling, can't look away, or some people shake when they repent. Huh? I've never seen Masters look so lost in thought before. I wonder what he's thinking. If it was not so veiled threat to employ you, else... If that was not a veiled threat to employ you, else you take your services to our enemy, then what was it? I don't believe the Queen of El Dorado would have need me, so she would like me to have me killed. So as I see it, I have three options. Either I die here, I am forced to leave the Amazon, and the Amazons end up killing me, or I join you. As such, I must do what I must to gain your trust. Not something easily gained. If I promise to serve you as your tactician is insufficient, then I have nothing left to lose. To prove my willingness to help you, I will tell you my true name. I am Scheherazade, a caster in name only whose sole talent lies in spinning tales. Aha, Scheherazade. Now your string summoning act from before makes sense. Sure, we'll say I've heard that before.
If you don't recognize the name.
But you've all heard of at least one story associated with her. Does 1001 Nights ring any bells for you? Or maybe the Arabian Nights? She's the meta character used to deliver every one of those stories. The brave daughter of the chief advisor. In the book, she tells the story each night to stop a king from taking her life. Brave? No, there's nothing brave about it. I was just desperate not to die. I read countless books and stories and acquired a fair amount of knowledge in the process. I believe that knowledge could be of use to you by helping predict the enemy's next move, or to better assess the opportunities that make it yours. Does that sound acceptable? Of course, if you have no need of such knowledge and will kill me, if I cannot demonstrate any of the benefits of my continued presence, the only thing I have to offer is my body. I told you I'm not going to try anything. Please stop looking at me like that. What do you think, Senpai? Yeah, you can never have too many allies. If that is your decision, Master, we have no objections. She may have been on our enemy's side thus far, but I can discern no falsehood in her words. Plus, she gave us advice on how to survive that whole escape through the rampaging Mega Berserker thing. If she wanted to hurt us, she'd have let us fight that Mega Hurt and Goku Splat. Thank you, of my gratitude. That's more like it. Being scared all the time is no good for your health. A show positivity is better for everyone. That's how it should be for all women. And while that is, I don't mean to say women should be subservient to men. I mean they should just be free to be themselves. If you're all okay with this, I guess there's no point in me being the lone voice of dissent. Besides, we do need all the help we can get. However, I still have to ask this. Are you sure this book of knowledge of yours will actually be helpful? It's a very fair question. As soon as an opportunity to demonstrate my utility presents itself, I shall take it. And as luck would have it, it seems that time is now. The scent I'm picking up on the wind is the same as that discovered by Daniel's son, Hasib. In other words, the scent of a snake woman. Huh? Ryder, come quick. There's a pack of Lamai after our peaches. Oh no.
Aha, I see.
I'll also help you get rid of those pests. If only to demonstrate how I might be useful. But please do keep in mind that I usually try to avoid combat as much as possible. After all, if you lose in battle, you also lose your life. Good lord, I am yawning far too much. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to be the last note I do. My exhaustion levels are hitting too high. I can barely keep my left eye open anymore. Not only has it almost felt, but I have been, like, talking near consistently as well. And that in itself does use up a little bit of energy, so... Hey, MHXA, get me some crit stars here, would yas? Oh, I've chugged down a couple of bottles of water already, CED. Trust me, I've chugged down a couple of bottles of water, and I'm surprised I haven't had to use the bathroom yet because of that. Yeah, this will be the last node, and then I think we'll call it a night. I really did want to finish this all in one night, but there's just far too much. We're gonna have to do at least one more stream of it. Probably gonna have to do that on Monday, just because Saturday and Sunday I both have D&D sessions both of those days, and they go pretty late. And I can't really call them off because we haven't had one in a while, so yeah. Unfortunate that this will be put on pause until Monday, but you know, if that's what has to be done, that's what has to be done. Hydra. Hail Hydra, I suppose. I play D&D with friends that are near me. One of them I'm a player in, and the other campaign I DM for, so... Go Tama, go Tama, go Tama, go Tamamamo. Go Tama, go Tama, go Tama mama 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 mo. Oh, no crit. That's a shame for no crits. I did hear it do something. What did it do? What did it do? I heard it do some sort of debuff, but I was in the middle of a yawn, so I didn't see the debuff. A stun on a unit that's already stunned, huh? Well. Lucky for me, then. There we go. The big bad Hydra's dead. Woo, 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 woo. And we're starting to gain some bond to be visible. What? Mysterious divine wine. The precious wine was brewed over a long period of time to be offered to the gods. It can intoxicate even monsters and demonic beasts. Interesting.
Alright, Scheherazade. For the moment, I'll admit you make a good tactician.
I love getting new allies. So I just had a thought and I realized something. Our ultimate goal here is to find the demon god pillar hiding in Agartha and take it out, right? I mean, if we want to do something about this weird sort of singularity place and save everyone down here. That's exactly right. Our order is to defeat the demon god pillar and destroy all of Agartha. If we somehow manage to take a tunnel and let all the men here return to the surface, there will be continued to be new victims until we manage to resolve the underlying cause. Yep, I got all that.
First,
At first, I kind of figured that the demon god pillar we had to kill was the berserker of El Dorado. Even for the summer servants with the Venus shop, that's good. But then I thought, what if it's actually Megalos? That's a good point. It's definitely possible. His size and strength are certainly far beyond that of the bounds of a normal servant. And if he is the pillar, he's going to be real hard to kill, right? I mean, we also saw how scary he is in his murder mood back then. Speaking of a subject man, I would like something more. For us, the stronger the opponent is, the better. There would be no honor in defeating a weakened Greek hero, but now that he is incredibly powerful, and defeating him would bring unimaginable honor. Though, of course, I'm afraid I'm certainly not strong enough to actually do that.
Now, hang on a minute. This demon god pillar thing has to be a servant from the El Dorado, right? There's no other sensible answer, is there?
What do you mean?
This demon god pillar is the one that made this place. Then naturally this place would follow the rules its creator laid down. And the rules of this world are obvious. Men will fall from the surface and women will use them as slaves to create more women. In other words, Agartha is a world made for women. In which case the demon god pillar must be one of the people trying to rule this world. There used to be 3 possible candidates, but now there is only one.
Dahut, Wuzatien, and Berserker of El Dorado. Their disposition do seem very different from those of us who don't wish to be here. Which then begs the question of whether that is their true disposition or the demon god's pillar's influence. Either way, the process of elimination leaves us with only one remaining choice. Guess that means we gotta take down Berserker of El Dorado next. Oh hey, since we're gonna we've run into Little Fergus, Captain Not Drake, and Mega Herc, does that mean that every servant who disappeared from Chaldea ended up here after all?
Beats me. Like I told you before, I never met any of them, and so I can't say one way or the other.
Nor can I. It would be that it could be that we simply have yet to encounter them. Or it could be that they have already been killed by either Dahut, Wuzatien, or even Berserker. An awful thought. I really don't want to be killed. The mere thought of dying compels me to practice begging for my life. I suppose this is the safe thing to do with Hush My Degoza, since it works so well in many situations. Land of Women or something? Are you sure? The decos look perfect to me already.
Either way, there's no sense worrying about something we don't have either know is here. Since we can't count on Megalos for anything, the only ones we can count on are the ones who are here.
Well, the folklore. Oh.
Alright, Tactician, this is your time to shine. How do we get around fighting Berserker of El Dorado? Tell us what you've got in mind.
Very well, this may be some presumptuous, but my next advice is... So, stories. I getcha. So, with that, St. Quartz. True name revealed for Caster of the Nightless City is Scheherazade. And now, I am very much literally struggling to get my eyes open and my speech coherent. That next note is 3 long, so I do think that 6 hours in, this will have to be where we call tonight's stream. I will be back on Monday to hopefully finish Agartha off, because good lord, the story is actually a bit weird in some places, but good overall. For now, though, I've been Soulrack Dragon. I hope that you've enjoyed this live stream. If you have, leave me feedback, follow, like, comment, subscribe, because I'm on YouTube as well. Same name as this channel. This video should start going up on Friday, if things go according to plans. For now, though, thank you all once more so much again for watching, and I will see you all in the next stream. Good night, everybody.